All right, and we're back again a little bit later this week. Someone's got more obligations than they had for the last 7 months. But joined as always, Ovi Eisendorf, assistant to the commissioner, and special guest, cellar dweller, and new team shooter. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cellar dwellers, the two guys in the basement.
So a little Thursday night preview here, repping the. We'll just jump into last week. Ovi, run us through what went down.
Yeah. So last week for weekly payouts, most points Justin Bracken in a fucking shootout. He went up with 158. It was 158.
Can't get that in 2 weeks combined. So good job.
No, you and me together probably are getting 158 now. His opponent, Hunt, we still the champs, was the most points by a losing team and won 28.5. That's tough because he was the second highest scorer, fourth. Sorry, thought he was higher than that. For the weekly payouts, most passing yards, Jeff had 503. The bearded clam. I almost got there with Jarvis. Yeah, I almost got there with Jarvis Landry. Fucking just short. That would have been great. And then most receptions, Cam Newtown shooter and I'm the Liquor tied with 37. Which is a fucking lot. This week we got most defensive points and longest pass from the quarterback.
So no Landry.
Yeah, maybe Drew Brees will toss to Kamara and he goes 80 yards. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe
that's probably.
Did you pick up Brees?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
playing him over time. Like, unbelievable.
All his guys are hurt. Brees prime time in the dome,
Brees has all his big targets like Michael Thomas.
He's coming back.
Brees
is going to break 9 records like he does every time it's a primetime game in the Dome. It's just something that he just broke. New record, Drew Brees.
They'll stop the game. The kids will come down. Yeah. He'll hug his son, not his daughter, and everyone will get
They're all wearing masks. Yeah.
All right. Let's just jump into the power rankings. Again, we got 3 scores here. Guest judge, let me just pull them up here. So we've got another big move. It's probably overdue. Some bad luck in the beginning of the season, but Justin Bracken coming in at number 1. I'm the Liquor. He has the most points in the league by over 10 points a game. He's just putting up monster numbers. You look back at the team and it's like, oh man, how many early picks did he have? Like if we redrafted, these guys are going a hell of a lot earlier.
Oh yeah.
Well, he had the most points by a losing team the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So he could
Mike Evans is killing it without Godwin. So hopefully that changes. But Josh Allen's putting up points. Dalvin Cook is top 5 running back, like we all knew. And then George Kittle got 15 passes. Kareem Hunt. Yeah.
And now with Chubb out too, I mean, his team almost got better with Kareem Hunt being in there. It's wild.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's number 1 spot. It was not unanimous, but 2 first place votes and 1 second place vote.
Oh, I was the only one, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Your ranking's usually spot on. That's bizarre.
Number 2, we've got last week's number 1. 2 and 2, but putting up points. We got Hunt. We still the champs. Me and Dennis had him at 2. You had him at 1. So Ovi, what do you got?
Yeah, crazy. He's second in the league in points. And he's 2 and 2. That's tough. Obviously, probably should have won this past week, but he's been my first for the last couple weeks. Big trade last week, giving away Josh Jacobs, getting Hopkins. So he's got wide receiver 1 now. A little bit thinner at running back, but losing Jacobs. But I mean, I don't know. Still solid team.
Yeah, still has Kamara. Mike Davis will be good for another week or 2. He's still got
Carson's been rolling.
I think Henry's going to be good with what's his name long term. Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
That's going to be the starter
because they're both white.
Cooper Kupp's going to get receptions too. He'll be fine. He's got a great team. Yeah. I don't know about his wide receiver though, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Or his tight end rather. Hunter Henry, I don't love.
Coming in at number 3, he's going to be happy with this. Number 1 in the league, so he probably thinks he's higher, but the bearded clam came from number 12 2 weeks ago, first place in the league.
He was 12 2 weeks ago on our power ranking?
In the power ranking, yeah. Which was probably a little unfair. No one had him 12, but like the way it worked out, he was the low man.
I gotta say, I was watching with him last Sunday, and I haven't seen that glow on him.
Oh yeah,
probably since the day I met him. He said, he was like, I don't think I've ever been in first. And I tried to think about it. I mean, no, I was like, certainly not 4 weeks into the season.
No.
This is
Like, yeah,
late
maybe-
for him to be up there.
He was probably tied for first at 1-0 like 3 times over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It was a little fucked up. He called me like almost like a cakewalk, I think, last week. I don't think I call myself a cakewalk, to be honest, but I'll remember that. Just that's fucked up.
Okay. Get him back. And of
he
course,
made some
he
big-
gets the first. And I said, I was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he trades like half his team today. Yeah.
Well, it's smart not to take advice from you, but that's good.
Yeah.
But he's got Dak, who put up 38 points. Dak might be QB1 rest of the way. They're swinging it, and their defense sucks. So
I mean, they got to put up 50 points each week to even be in the game. So yeah.
Yeah. But he's got a good team. The flex is still a little iffy. I forgot who he traded for, so he might have fixed that. But I'm playing against him this week. I'm shorthanded, so it looks like he'll be moving to 4-1. And
Well, you
really
gave him Will Fuller, right?
And Hayden Hurst.
yeah, so they'll probably
And Hayden
combine for
Hurst.
50. And then he gave me Aaron Rodgers on a bye, so it worked out for him pretty well.
Yeah.
Policed you on that. Thinking ahead.
James Conner, he's gone now, but he had him. All right, number 4, who he traded with today, Munchin Ruggs III. 2-2, but he had another good week last week, I believe. He's down a spot from last week. Let me pull up his game here. He had 102
Just
points.
traded away Zeke today for James Conner and Tyreek Hill.
I'm a big Hill guy. I think I like the depth move there.
He's got a
Like
nice
Jeff-
double dip now. You got Mahomes and Hill.
Yeah, Jeff consolidated into getting Zeke, but now Dave's pretty stacked top to bottom. Evan Ingram, I mean, is he good? I thought he was like a freak tight end, and now it's just like,
Yeah. I know he's been trying to shop around for tight ends, allegedly coming up with these bullshit
allegedly.
trade offers to somebody. I'm not saying who, but it was some bullshit going on. He's so greedy. He thinks he's Ovi, where he just has to get ahead of somebody, I guess, or just me. I don't know if he's just targeting me. Dave,
That's bad. He's just
Targeting.
coming after guys at the bottom of the league. Yeah,
I know. You think we're already giving up? It's like, I mean, if you touch my Venmo a little bit, maybe. But we'll talk about that later. You can text me.
Tyler Higbee's available if anybody wants him. Great tight end. Anyway,
I heard a stat. His average depth of target is 2 yards. Like, that's like running back territory.
so he,
Evan Ingram?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
ditching into the flats every time.
2 yards.
Just block and then into the flats every time. That's his route.
All right,
That's
next up, we've got Matt and Terry. He's sitting at 2-2 as well, but he's averaging almost 120 points a week. He beat Dave last week with 130, so good showing there. Joe Mixon, 39 points. I don't know if that's gonna be consistent.
He back.
But, yeah,
Back.
he looks good. Aaron Jones is gonna keep scoring touchdowns on bye this
I'm
week.
so pissed I didn't take him this year. He could have been
Yeah.
my guy.
would've helped
he's going to start Damian Harris. I mean, I like David Moore. I think a lot of people probably look to picking that guy up, but he's so touchdown dependent. But I guess because he's got Wilson, who knows? Somebody gets hurt, he's got a double dip. But
Yeah.
No, he's
Bracken's
in good shape,
Bracken's
though.
not going to be happy.
Well, where he fell to here at 3-1.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
loss and just plummet. All right, so next up we've got Bracken, 2020 champ. I think he changed his team name back to Wealth, so I have to adjust my power ranking.
He did.
Does he go down for that?
I think so. You're kind of admitting defeat, like, well, back to where I belong.
Back to the mush.
Yeah, I didn't like his team, even with his record. I mean, obviously Lamar's a stud, Keenan Allen's going to be hit or miss, but I really don't like – I didn't like his team overall. I don't think his record really shows how
Yeah. So
average
what's tough for
his team
him?
is.
Lamar's been down so far. I don't think he's top 7 right now. Eckler's out for 6 weeks. Yeah, that doesn't help your case. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they just don't seem to be running the ball to go on. They're doing little fullback fucking pitches and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the shit that Mahomes does, whatever he does to get those passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and he didn't play kicker last week.
At least he's got Le'Veon Bell, so he'll be fine.
You traded Le'Veon? No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we need to bounce back here. He's only averaging 106 a week, so he's significantly lower than the top 5 that we just mentioned before. There seems to be kind of a drop-off in the points per week from 5 to 6 in the rest of the league. Number 7, though, we've got down 3 spots from last week, Klaus. One of you had him high.
I had him really low. I had him.
Dennis had him at 5.
Well, you just beat one of the better teams in the league. You just beat me.
Yeah.
So I thought I was gonna win at the end. I didn't think you were gonna fucking pick up Devontae, or you had Devontae Adams hurt and you picked someone out late. I picked up like a random fucking wide receiver. And then you woke up and figured out I can just pick up anyway to get a fucking point and a half. But
15 yards.
Yeah, that's it. And you got it in the first quarter, I think, and that was it. But Nick Chubb out is gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
That was a tough blow. She was having a hell of a season so far. Other than that, I think your team's pretty solid. I mean, Amari Cooper, same thing with CeeDee Lamb, are going to put up points just with the Cowboys sucking so bad. They're just going to keep throwing and trying to get touchdowns with their wide receivers. So I do like your team so far. John Brown's been solid too in Buffalo.
He was hurt today in practice. But yeah, so Chubb being hurt, and then McKinnon, the rest of those guys are coming back eventually.
Yeah.
That's
I like Gaskin and Ingram. I just like I don't know. I mean, he's only outside of his quarterback. He's only got one guy that's projected double-digit points.
Well, he's got Devontae Adams on bye, but I mean, Ingram's put up almost double digits, I think, every week. Like he's been pretty solid.
I saw a fun fact: Mo Alley Cox has more total yards than Mark Ingram.
Ooh. I mean, he's a receiver.
He's a shitty tight end in a 2 tight end system.
You picked him up, man. Cox. You dropped him.
Yeah, because you see my fucking team right now. We're hurt. All right,
hurt. I ain't dead.
All right, next up, number 8, the money team. We got to get healthy. That's it. We're missing our number 1 wide receiver, number 1 running back, and my quarterback's on bye. It's a good time for Jeff to catch me. I started Frank Gore last week.
Yeah, that's a rough
End of
look.
story.
It's a rough look.
I mean,
I got to win one of the next 2 weeks, get CMC back. Hopefully Godwin can play more than
we need Godwin to figure it the fuck out.
And are you worried about Calvin Ridley? I mean, what was that? Did he get any targets last week? I mean, he
had 5 targets.
Scary.
He was hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hammy.
Was Julio hurt? I mean, that was a weird.
Julio was hurt too.
That was weird.
Fucking hammy.
Why, can you imagine betting on Atlanta again after you said to stop, and I just keep fucking doing it?
I'll never stop.
I'll never stop. But I love
Atlanta.
I love Atlanta this week. I know I'm betting Atlanta this week. I forget the line, but I remember seeing it and I was like, whoo.
It was close enough where you're gonna hammer it. Yeah.
They can't keep sucking. Like eventually they're gonna like whoop.
Thank God it's not Sunday Night Football because we don't need that being
the get even game.
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right. Next up, we got number 9, Shiva. He beat me in a slugfest last week. Let's see what he scored.
Shiva Kaminitova. He's starting Teddy Bridgewater.
He got a win, but he was still like 3rd from the bottom. But luckily, he played me.
So he traded for Josh Jacobs last week, who is continuing to slow down.
Over, you had him at 7. You had him the highest.
Yeah, I mean, I like Julio's obviously been like so hit or miss, been fucking hurt like pretty much the whole year. So he needs to come into form at some point. I mean, Robinson, Hilton's been like so bad,
terrible.
Phil Rivers is throwing it to like 9 guys a game.
Yeah. So Mark Andrews, he had 18.5 last week, but he had 2 touchdowns. Like you take away those, his targets are super low. He's on pace for like 75 targets this year. I think they said like 5 tight ends in the last like 5 years have been top 5 with under like 80 targets. So it's probably not going to happen. But he was drafted.
Take it for what it's worth. But Jacobs' next like 5 matchups are all red. I mean, they're going to be playing from behind a lot.
Did you notice it? Now it's top 10 are green, bottom 10 are red, and the rest are neutral. So they went back to that.
Teddy Bridgewater's been better than I thought, though, especially without McCaffrey. That helps him, but I still don't think you're going to win much without him.
No. We'll see what Allen Robinson does. Jesse, I was with him last week. He traded for Allen Robinson. He was like, he's going to be better with Nick Foles. And, I mean, he got 19.5 last week.
Yeah,
so
he definitely could be.
Sure happens there.
All right, next up. So I think the next one, someone ranked him wrong. They thought he was 3rd to last place, 3rd least points, 1 and 3, and they had him at number 3. So I think there's an error, but we've got the next one coming in at number 10.
10.
Obi, I'll let you lead off.
What was I last week?
You were 10.
Oh,
Why was he 10? All right.
your turn will come, sir.
I told you, I think someone messed up.
Please don't interrupt. Please don't interrupt. This is my okay. I get
Go
2
for
minutes,
it.
and then you can have your 2 minutes.
All right.
Thank you, moderator.
There's a bug on your hat.
I mean, fucked with Derrick Henry. Fucked. Just bullshit.
They're probably not playing this week.
Yeah, he's on my fucking bench. Okay, bullshit. I mean, traded for Darrell Henderson last week. Stinks. But no, I feel good. I mean, things are going to come together. The big thing is Derrick Henry's going to come back, no bye, and then he'll be a bell cow the rest of the year while everybody else, I'm playing them with their buys, and Zeke's on a bye, and this guy's on a bye, and that guy. And I'm just
He might only play like 14 games.
Fun.
Not good for the prospects.
Not good for my prospects. No, I'm going to lose a lot of money to you. But as long as I win the league, everything's fine. But, yeah, I mean, I need to I'm trying to work the phone. It seems like people don't like me, don't want to talk to me, which
there's just not a lot to look at.
You can only do so much. Yeah.
You had a classic TB12 bailout to get you a dub this week, and that was pretty much the only way you won.
5
And it was great. It was great. Other than that, for notes on your team, I just have TB12 bailout and trash.
Gurley, 17 points, 2 touchdowns. Like, if he stops scoring, he is dead.
Trash.
Yeah,
trash,
if he stops scoring, but he's not like a 30 carry guy. He's the guy they get in the red zone and give it to Gurley. He fucking scores. Give it to him.
Well, they don't
His knees don't work like that, Bryce. All right, this is 4 carries for 19 yards and 2 touchdowns every week.
Under. But yeah, there's just not a lot of pieces I like.
I can tell.
That's what you put yourself
Alshon
free, so
coming
you're on the
back.
bottom.
Hold on. Can we talk about how you're not starting Brady tonight? Can we just touch on that?
I mean,
address the elephant in the room since you're wearing his fucking jersey.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even came in here with that.
I honestly didn't think you would
this is
because you weren't starting him.
So, I mean, I'm gonna bet. I mean, there's going to be a healthy wager, but I mean, this is the thing. Is that now you know this. You'll feel this. Once you put Breeze in, now I can't take him out. Because now once I take him out, then I put Brady in, he has 9, and then Breeze is going for like 34 Monday night. Now once he's in, who? Breeze? The Chargers, who Brady just put fucking 5 touchdowns on last week. In the Dome, Monday night.
Brady can swing it.
Oh, so you're saying Breeze and Brady are the same player?
That's not what I said. I said they're
playing you're saying Breeze
they are.
Breeze
I said
is
they're
better.
playing the same team. I said they're playing the same team. The Chargers, who Brady put 5 touchdowns on.
You're unreal.
Breeze in the Dome, prime time.
Breeze might not even play.
Is your boy Michael Thomas gonna play, or are you still?
I heard Jameis is gonna start. He's better quarterback.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Jameis might play fucking receiver because Michael Thomas is a bitch and won't play.
All right.
I hope he doesn't play now. I hope he sits on my bench this week.
I hope so too.
All right, next up, number 11.
He's on the trading block, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, I fucking asked you.
TP4-3, down 2 spots from last week. Just not put up many points, 1 and 3. Who had him highest? Dennis, you had him. Oh, you both had him at 9.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he doesn't agree with Tomlin here with we don't care, because there's a lot of his guys on the bench were Steelers guys, and that kind of fucked him this week. But other than that, I think he'll be fine after that with all the Steelers players back. He had no running back. That's kind of his one thing going for him, or not going for him right now. But I think he'll be fine. I think his team's going to do well. And if the Steelers played, I'd argue that Obi would have lost. So
I thought that definitely that, but then I thought that not.
I would have had Derrick Henry, but yeah.
I thought not playing.
Against the best defense, against one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take out your earpiece to hear him better.
Yeah, the one that.
It's funny to hear. It's stupid. Sounded.
Right.
I mean, he lost last week, but he did make 3 moves, which are the first 3 moves of the year for Cody. So I would consider that a win for the league. Maybe not for Cody, but for the league. I did text him today. I haven't heard back, so he was alive at some point this week.
All right, and number 12, Cam, new team shooter.
Dennis, on the show.
You had yourself at number 10. Lead us off. What do you got?
I think that's pretty accurate. All right, so there's like the Leafs, PSG. You got Conor McGregor and Habib, and then you got Bama, and then now Cam Newton shooter. We've all been a part of the Drake curse. We're fucked. The Drake curse is what I'm going through right now. That's gonna break soon, just like it broke last year. We thought it broke last year, and we thought it broke last year for Toronto. Now it's still lingering a little bit, but it is coming to an end here shortly. Whether it's be a trade, hopefully an injury at this point, I don't really give a shit. But it's gonna end. And I'm pretty confident in my team, to be honest. I really am. Michael Thomas coming back. I mean, Jameis is gonna sling to him all fucking weekend. I can't wait. That's gonna be a hell of a game. But Drake curse. That's all I gotta say so far through week 4. Drake curse.
So for me, the reason I got you, I don't have you that far. I have you at 11.
Yeah, of course.
Not
12.
Of
course not.
But the running backs right now, like Drake, again, like we say every week, is not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is David Johnson projected 13 points?
He got that week 1. They're like, no, he's good. 5, 11, 9.
I'm glad they adjusted Drake because he was sitting at like 14. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Like, put him to 6, and then if he gets 3, we're like, oh, he almost got it. He got 3. He got 3. Like, holy shit! And not to mention, the Cardinals are frauds. Like I've been on them every week. Like,
I've been against them after they burned me a couple weeks ago.
They are frauds.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the power rankings and into best bets. I'll lead off. So my best bet is actually the Cardinals. I got them at 6.5 2 days ago. So I think this is one of the games where it's like you're not betting on the Cardinals.
You're that in again.
With less than a touchdown.
Bryce's classic, like this is my take, and you just buy into it every time.
Golf, it works. You just fucking fade Sergio.
Yeah,
fade
golf
Phil.
does work. Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's
fade
here under a touchdown.
I don't love it. I gave up on them.
All right,
yeah.
Dennis, what's yours?
So I have 2.
Say the Falcons.
One's the Falcons. The Falcons aren't going to lose. They're not going to lose. They're
not losing.
My other one is Browns. It's a pick 'em. You can't go against Atlanta. You just can't go against Atlanta.
You can't go against Atlanta.
You don't get rich betting against Cleveland and Atlanta.
Dude. Oh, Cleveland put up like 50 points last week. They're going to do it again.
They're going to do it again.
Why are they dogs at home then? What's the
explanation there?
It's at the dog pound. Obi, they're dogs.
Dogs are barking. I have them getting 2 points right now.
Yeah, I like my line better.
Money line.
Interesting take, but okay.
All right, Obi, what do you got?
Mine is gonna go the Rams -7. That's my best bet at the moment. I think they bounced back after a shitty game last week where they barely won. It was a trap game against the Giants. They're gonna come back out. Washington is fucking pathetic.
You got mine at 7.5?
No, 7. That's 7.
On your book at 7?
I'll look it up right now.
Sprinkle money line. Sorry, Obi. Sprinkle money line would be on the Bengals too, by the way.
Bengals
against the Ravens.
Yes.
Well, do it
they
now.
Are super banged out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think the Bengals, their defense is overrated. Rams. I think they're coming in hot.
All right, Rams is 8.5 on my book, but on the fucking app it says 7. So take whatever line you want. I don't care. Do 8.5. It's fine.
Fucking adjusted.
No difference. Yeah.
All right. So there's some big trades in this week. We wanted to keep this video short. We'll touch on all that next week. We'll see who got fucked and who made out. But I think that's all we got. Go Tom.
Go Tom.
Go Tom.
Right?
Let's not be in the basement next week, Dennis. Let's bring each other up.
Oh, yeah. Big dubs.
Take it to another level. Later.